Pisces, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Happy weekend to you, by the way. That's when I'm dropping these cards, but you may get this today, tomorrow, or next year, and it may resonate at that time. It's a general reading, Pisces. So thanks for coming by. We are going to be looking at these oracles this week. We're going to get the overall energy for the oracles, and then we're going to get some tarot on it and find out what's going on. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you about the extended and how to find information about private readings. If you're interested in that, hang around. Let's find out what's going on for you, Pisces. Thanks for coming back, by the way, if you're my ride or die. And if you're brand new, I hope you'll stay. We've been growing a lot lately, really quickly. I'm so grateful. Let's find out what's going on for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces. All right. What do we got here? We've got impasse. Oh, who else had that? I think Scorpio had that, but in their future energy. So I feel like you are you're at an impasse here, Pisces. It feels like there is something that you know that you can't go through, so you're going to have to find a way around it. And it feels like it says reflect, redirect your energy. It feels like you're standing at the wall, trying to get the wall to move, and the wall's not moving. So I feel like that at the beginning of the week you come to some type of impasse, that you know you have to make a change of some sort, but you're not exactly sure about how to get around whatever's going on here. It's asking you to reflect and redirect your energy, which means go around the wall instead of standing there looking at the wall telling it to move. It feels like there's something here that is going to stall you early in the week. Tell me what else is coming up for Pisces. It's like you're trying to make something happen that's not happening, and you're stuck. You're stuck behind the wall. You're at an impasse with someone, something, or a situation. We've got sacrifice. Well, interesting, because if you're at the impasse, you're at the wall. I think that you're realizing that it's time to sacrifice something here. That it's time for me to stop standing and looking at the wall, hoping it's going to move. Because I feel like there's something in your life here, Pisces, that you want to be one way, but it's actually another way, and you're going to stay there until time in which it changes. But I think you come to a realization here. It might be something emotional, and that might be why it's hard, because you're trying to get someone to love you, or trying to get someone to notice you, or trying to get someone to date you, and they're not. And it feels like this person being up to their waist in water here, that maybe you have to sacrifice something that's going to be quite emotional for you. This is Hanged Man energy, and so it's like you need a different perspective. You need to go into a pause, a different perspective, this Piscean energy here, which is your energy, and think about maybe it's time to figure a way over the wall or around the wall. It's time to stop standing there looking at it and saying, come on, wall, move. Tell me more about Pisces, please. Tell me more about Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead. Tell me about Pisces. Oh, look at that. Embrace the in-between. That's really great energy. Because I feel like the universe is saying it's okay. It's all right. Just embrace where you are at this time. Stop pushing on the wall. But know that there is a path around. But for now, just know that you're just in between situations right now. You might be not quite out of an old vibration and not having entered a new vibration. So you're kind of stuck at the wall, right? You're kind of stuck in between. So embrace the in-between while you're here. And I think that is embrace this. Like while you're in the in-between and you're in a pause, trying to figure out what to do next or get a better perspective, or to figure out what you're going to have to sacrifice, it's best to be in the in-between. We've got card number 8, which is working hard or putting the hard work in on you or something else, or coming to a place where now something makes sense because you've gone over the analytics. So I feel like it's asking you to hold space for yourself while things are changing and trying to, things are trying to change. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think Saturn's entering your sign soon. It might be there already, and it's going to cause a little bit of friction. It's going to ask you, did you learn the lessons I taught you last time I was here? So it feels like there is a lesson that needs to be learned here. Tell me more. decisions. All right. There's the decision you have to make. Am I going to sit here, stay in the pause? Decision says a need to gain clarity through decision making. So the universe is like, take all the time that you need. Stay in the pause if you need to. But there is going to be a moment where you're going to need to make a decision. Right now you're holding back. It says determination and perseverance, self-discovery. So maybe that's what's going on right now. You're in self-discovery mode, figuring out what it is that you need, what it is that you want. It could be that. And that could be why you were sort of in the in-between at this time. Bottom of the deck is the future energy. It says, journey by moonlight, believe in magic. So, do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart? There might be something there in that song for you. But believing in magic, right? We've got the full moon. We've got a full moon coming up on Sunday in your sign, my friend. And it's an eclipse. I feel like you will be eclipsing something from your life. And it's things that will happen without you having to push them along, right? Things that are just going to happen because they're supposed to, because they are things that are destined. So it does feel like you've been journeying by moonlight, wondering what to do. Maybe I don't have clarity on it just yet. And I feel like at the end of it all, the moon is going to bail you out. But I think you got to first believe it can change, and then it will. We have emotional loss. Yeah. And so emotional loss, and we have someone up to their hips in emotions. Somebody here is going to be letting go of someone or something, or an idea that it could be different than it already is. It feels like something is not moving. Something is not moving forward, and you have to come to terms with the fact that it's not moving forward. It's going to feel like emotional loss, but I think it's time to let it go if you've been working on it for far too long. We've got set healthy boundaries. Boy, this really all is pointing in the direction of something that I feel that you it's like you fell in love with potential. You fell in love with the potential you saw in someone because you saw that they could be amazing and wonderful, but they don't want to be amazing and wonderful. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it says set healthy boundaries. Card number 3, that's what the Empress would do. Empress is card number 3 in the major arcana in tarot. So I feel like it is going to feel like emotional loss. It's going to feel like you're wandering about in the dark for a little bit, but it might be a little bit better than being stuck at the impasse. Being stuck in the in-between at least tells us that you have a choice, right? And I mean, you always did have a choice standing at the wall, but this is sort of a brighter time, I would say, that it's a more fun and brighter time. Embracing the in-between means you understand. You have an understanding. Whatever's back there is not finished yet, and I'm going to give myself time to let go of it, but I haven't yet entered into the new path yet or entered into the new cycle, and I'm going to give myself grace for that. All right, let's get some tarot. Let's get some tarot on it, Pisces. Tell me about Pisces, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. What are you at the impasse of, Pisces? What is causing this impasse? Tell me about Pisces. We've got the 7 of Wands. So I think you're dealing in a situation where you have put up some boundaries and somebody is walking away from your boundaries. And that will happen sometimes when people around us who are not invested in us, and we put up a boundary because we feel like we're being taken advantage of, and then that person just wanders off. So I feel like the 7 of Wands is telling me you stood up for yourself and you guarded yourself or protected yourself, and now you're at an impasse because now you're like, well, I thought that they had feelings for me, or I thought that I was their star employee, but it turns out they really don't care, is what it feels like here, unfortunately. We've got the Fool. You're going to sacrifice someone, something, a situation, a job, whatever the impasse is, whatever's behind the brick wall. I feel like you're just going to stop banging your head against the brick wall and keep moving. The Fool is here, and I think it's an exciting time for you, but it also comes on the heels of sacrifice. You've just had to let go of a dream that you thought you wanted, something that you thought was going to work out for you, something you'd been waiting for to come to fruition. Maybe you were at the job and they had promised you all kinds of things that never came true. It feels like it's time for you to walk out the door and into a new chapter of your life here. And I kind of like this because that means that the embracing the in-between won't be very long if you're already getting ready to take a leap into the new chapter of your life here. We've got, I love that. The Wheel of Fortune shows up. Yes, that's what you were waiting for in the in-between, Pisces. You were waiting for the Wheel of Fortune to show up and bring divine timing, bring destiny of change. And so now we have change on the table. That's really lovely. Tell me about decisions. We've got the Six of Cups. So I'm talking to you, those of you who are like, but they're my soulmate. Sorry, didn't mean to make that sound so terrible. Look, I just really hate that everybody is into this whole hierarchy thing with karmic, soulmate, and twin flame. Because look, they all bring their own little levels of hell, right? When it comes to relationships, karmic relationships, like what I mean, like relationships that are platonic, I should say, not karmic, but platonic relationships or love relationships, they can all have their own little levels of hell. I feel like the Six of Cups is telling me that you need to make a decision about somebody that you think is your soulmate friend, your soulmate lover, whatever it is, but you need to make a decision, a clear decision. It says the need to gain clarity through decision making. But I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is bringing change, and you've been waiting in the in-between. Somebody's got you in a stall. They've got you in a stall, and you're hoping that they'll come round to the way that you think, but I don't know. I don't think so. Because, it's asking you here right at the beginning of the week to realize you're at an impasse and to redirect and reflect your energy other places, because you do have boundaries, and you're going to realize that if there's somebody in your life that if they can't glean things from you, if they can't take things from you, they don't want to be around you. We've got the Six of Wands. We've got the Knight of Swords. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles. I think that you find the confidence to have the conversation. Because the Six of Wands is here and you want victory. And I don't think you want to be standing at the wall yelling at it to move anymore. The Six of Wands is coming back from the fight, coming back from the war. But getting celebrated because you got back from the fight, got back from the war. So I think you're getting back up on your feet or having some sort of a realization that the talk needs to take place. I think you're at the beginning of the week trying to find the confidence to just say what you need to say, because the Knight of Swords is here, and to be kind of aggressive with look. Because I think that you know that if you come at them with aggression and say, look, are we doing this or are we not? Like, are you changing or are you not? Are we getting married or are we not? Are we moving in or are we not? I think that you know that this person is going to get a little bit aggressive with you. But I think that you're preparing for the worst with this Hanged Man card here. I think that you've gotten a perspective on it, that you're probably going to have to start over again by yourself, that whatever you were hoping was going to move was actually immovable. Tell me about the Fool. You're going to have to sacrifice something to move forward. And what you need to sacrifice is, I feel like it's time for you to stop sacrificing your mental health. The Four of Swords is here. It's time for you to heal and stop sacrificing the self. The Seven of Cups is here. So this is confusion or illusion, right? The Seven of Swords is here. Whew, that's heavy, Pisces. It is realization, though. It's perspective. Look, I feel like you've looked at something from a point of view that you didn't realize was there. It feels like with the Seven of Swords here, that now you realize the deception and the lies that were going on, that they were just trying to keep you confused, and they never really intended to make a decision about you or about your race or about your job or about whether they wanted to move in. Or it's like somebody who won't name the relationship. It could be an employer. It doesn't have to be. But the Four of Swords is here. I feel like you finally get it together. You get your mind stable and you decide, no, I can't hang around here any longer. I feel like it's all divine timing. And so you might be saying there's no way, but I mean, maybe this isn't your reading and maybe there is no way for you. But I feel like somebody here is watching this now and maybe it doesn't resonate, but I have a feeling it might resonate for you in the future. Tell me about the Wheel. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, brand new beginning. We've got the Knight of Pentacles after a long time of waiting and hoping. And look, the Knight is looking into the past, waiting and hoping it would change. She's looking at the Seven of Swords, right? I feel like she's got a tear. She's got a tear in her eye. I feel like she's finally realized that it's never going to change because we're at an impasse. It's just never going to change. One more. 5 of Wands. I think that you've been fighting the change is what's going on here. You've been fighting the change and dragging your heels and thinking, yes, yeah, I can do the brand new cycle thing, but I really don't want to have to do it. I want the situation to change, and I want the situation to be what I want it to be. I feel like the wheel is here to tell you it's time to move forward. That you've been waiting around long enough, Knight of Pentacles, and that the 5 of Wands being here just tells me that you've been fighting a situation that just was immovable. And so you've been fighting yourself. I think when you come to the realization you've been fighting yourself, that's when you kind of set yourself free. You set yourself free from the in-between. You allow the Wheel of Fortune to pull you forward here. Making a decision about a soulmate possibly, getting clarity through decision making. We've got the 10 of Wands. There we go. We're burning it to the ground, setting it on fire. We've got the Page of Wands, and we've got the 4 of Wands. I think you wanted stability with a page, my friend. I don't think that that person could give you what you wanted because look at you here in the 9 of Pentacles. You're in the 9 of Pentacles, my friend. You're stable, you're sturdy, you're beautiful or handsome, you're making decent cash, like you're saving your money, you've built your reputation, you've built your confidence, and I feel like you come to a realization that you were dealing in Page of Wands energy. I think you use the spark for the Page of Wands just to burn the house down, is what it feels like not literally, right? But the 10 of Wands is here, and I think that you've decided, there's somebody here who's standing in their wedding dress and the wedding dress is on fire. And so it feels like somebody here is realizing that this little spark, all it was good enough for was to start the whole thing on fire. And I think that's all you needed was the little spark to make the decision, right? 4 of Wands being here. I feel like you decide to move out or have this realization, this clarity that this whole thing is on fire, that the whole house is on fire. The 6 of Cups being here, I mean, it is nostalgia, and I think that's what kept you where you were, and I don't think that you need it anymore. I think it's time to just let it go, let it burn, for sure. So we've got emotional loss, and that's terrible, right? It feels awful, absolutely. But you can't be standing here at the wall saying, "Come on, move," and then worried that you wasted time. All right, we're going to look at, we're going to clarify all of this because we're going to find out how long you were in the in-between and why it took you so long to get here. What is the wheel bringing? Because the wheel is bringing change. And so what sort of changes are coming? What's the decision you're making? We'll talk all about that. We're going to put down 3 more cards here to go into the extended with. And let's find out what this is. We've got the Page of Swords. Okay, you start doing some digging and you start being a student of life is what it is. We've got Temperance. It brings you to a place of balance. Queen of Cups. That's where the big deal is. You realize what your worth is. That you're the whole Queen of Cups. No matter if you're feminine or masculine, you're a person with a lot of depth. You're a person that is, empathic and psychic and kind and compassionate. And you're a person who's warm and loving. And this person was making you wait. They didn't care. They didn't care. And maybe they did care. I can't say that they didn't, but I think that they were immovable. Somebody here just wasn't willing to make the changes that you wanted them to make in order to stay with you. And if that's the way it is, then you just need to take your Queen of Cups self and move on, right? We're going to go into the extended. If you'd like to come into the extended, that's where we'll be. Please look at the top of the comments. There's a pinned comment there that'll tell you how to get to the membership area if you'd like to go there and see all of the extendeds. Or you can just purchase this outright, this last, the extended. You can just purchase it outright if you'd like to just purchase it a one-time thing. And if you are interested in a private read, I'm doing private reads, and so I do have live reads and pre-recorded reads, whatever you like. Please go to Hypsee, take the link there, and take a look at my pricings, my times available. You will get a discount on the live readings, and that's just for booking ahead, anywhere between 5 and 75% off. All right, let's take a look at it. We got the 2 of Wands, we got the 2 of Cups, and we've got the Death card. Well, that tells a story, does it not? Yeah, somebody's planning their way out or making a decision to leave a crossroads, the place where you were stuck, right? Yeah, and the death card being here and the fact that the person on the Two of Cups has a skeleton in their hands is really interesting. But the Two of Cups is, you know what, it's time for me to break the bond. I need to take charge of the situation and break the bond. So we're going to talk more about that as we go into the extended. If you'd like to be there, that's where we'll be. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Thanks so much for being here and watching. I appreciate you, Pisces. I'm going to go for now. Take care. Bye-bye.